Happy winter solstice. I suppose if you're doing down under, you're in the summer, but we're going to focus on the winter solstice here. Today is the shortest day of the year, longest night of the year. Basically, we get about a minute of extra sunlight a day, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but in about a month or two, we're going to have an extra hour, 2 hours of light. This is a point where actually the sun does sort of a reset. It's a rebirth of the sun during this time. And we're kind of celebrating the return of the light. So we've shifted through and we are kind of moving through the hardest part of the winter. We know this is supposed to kick off winter when we do the winter solstice, but this is a time to rest, reflect, and to kind of recharge within these energies. These are amazing energies to be tapping into. This is actually one of those most magical nights of the year, so you definitely want to be tapping into the energies of the solstice. We'll talk a little bit about how we can do that too on this video. It's a great time to declutter. You might notice you have things coming up a little bit extra as these energies amplify whatever's already going on within you energetically or even within your life, but it's also bringing things up to give you a chance to clear things very, very fast. So this is a great time to declutter, whether you're kind of doing a good cleansing on your home and getting rid of things you no longer need, or even clearing deeper energetic blocks during this time. This is also one of the most powerful times of the year to be tapping in for healing and activation work. That's what I do. Make sure you guys are checking out my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. But we're going to go ahead and do a reading starting with the Divine Feminine. This is a reading for twin flames. For the Divine Feminine, for the Divine Masculine, I always start with the Divine Feminine, but remember, this is just a general collective reading. So if you do need a session with me, a phone call session to set up any of the readings on my website, I always encourage you to do more healings. I am an energy healer. It's what I do. I have a ton of healings, clearings, activations on my website. I do twin flame coaching, which is great for helping you to heal specifically what I see being triggered. This isn't always specific to twin flames. This is just something I've put together for healing twin flame too, because I notice in order certain layers of things are being triggered to the surface for healing. So I've put together that coaching to help you. It's great for everyone. It doesn't matter where you're at on the journey either. So I put together lots of stuff for you on my website. I'm going to be doing activations too. I have tons of beautiful solstice stuff up. I have stuff up for the holiday. And so you can always do anything in my shop anytime. Make sure you guys are definitely booking the solstice healings I have. I've posted them everywhere, I hope, right? But you can find them in my shop on my website if you guys want to book some of those. That's what I'm doing the rest of the day too. It's what I do with these energies. So I have a lot of really nice stuff up for the solstice. I have a lot of really nice stuff up for the holiday even. And then tomorrow I'm going to get the next shift, which is we're going to do the Sirius, right? New Year's. So I'll be getting some more stuff up anyways, but you can do anything you find in my shop anyways. But let's get started with a reading specifically for the Divine Feminine just to start. Like I said, just take what resonates for your situation. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. Okay, so we go through a lot with both. Usually the feminine does a lot of projecting onto the masculine. Your twin flame is going to mirror to you your favorite aspects and also your darker aspects, and they're going to show you things. Now, sometimes this mirroring can get very, very intense. They might show you aspects of yourself, your own shadow, or even your life when we're talking about the harder aspects. They're here to help you. Usually if everyone has stuff in their karmic closet or karmic blocks, karmic energies, usually what happens is your DM, your Divine Masculine, is going to mirror back to you things karmically. I see a lot of people getting stuck, because we'll talk about some of the stuff happening collectively. A lot of people getting stuck and this isn't for everyone, some of them you might have, and this can go both ways, but we're doing a reading for the Divine Feminine. You might have a DM that is already in a situation when you've met them. And you'll say, you think you're waiting for the DM to do the work. Actually, it's you that needs to do more work. Now, when you're ready to come into union, everything will dissolve, keeping you apart, if there are things keeping you apart. Sometimes you might have karmic situations, challenges, blocks, obstacles. It just depends. And you'll think it's just life circumstances. But usually it does go back to you, Divine Feminine, needing to do more of this inner work. Sometimes your Divine Masculine will show you things within yourself, especially karmically. So one of the ways we can tell if something is karmic or needs karmic healing is if this is a reoccurring pattern. It's come up more than once. This is something you've experienced often. This is something you keep creating and even recreating, because oftentimes you've been creating your love life on a template long before, we'll talk about before the DM, right? So when you were with karmics, or when you created karmic situations with the karmics, usually there'll be like a pattern, a blueprint. You might find you keep trying to recreate the same thing over and over, even though a lot of people know it doesn't work. Some of these things might be based on childhood templates, and then even romantic. It just depends on where. And then the thing is, a lot of times you guys meet the DM and you try to do the same thing. You're like, okay, DM, I've met so many people, their DM is like, it's the karmic pattern. So sometimes karmic patterns in our love life can get in the way with our union as well too, because this is a twin flame reading. This is for the people that are, either working towards divine union or in a divine union, because there are so many twin flames that are actually together, or those that are working through the process. I call this a process too, because it's also a process of healing and self-healing. It just depends, and it's different for everyone of what you might be having coming up. Now, a lot of people are in union right now and having the blocks and obstacles surface. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm just in union and that's it. Like it's an attainment or, level or whatever. But the work will continue, the self-work will continue, and even if there are any things coming up between you both, right? Now, issues between you both, negativities that come up, oftentimes these might represent energetic blocks, and this is why the energy healing and clearing things is so, so important. So if we've had karmic patterns coming up, we've discussed this, things between you, negativities between you, this is where the energy healing is going to come in and be really, really beneficial. Now, how it usually goes, because I work with so many different people and even twin flames, so I do a lot of ascension work, obviously, and healing work for everyone, but I do a lot of twin flame work too, because I've been through the process with it. And I help so many people. One of the more common things is that you guys come together at first, and then the problems come up, pushing you apart. I use the word pushing you apart. And so then this is something that's happened. Something might have happened in the middle, right, to get you there. And then oftentimes the reason why the past, whatever you see playing out, is so that you can go back and heal certain things within yourself and to work on yourself. Separation is usually where you're apart, or and you're being guided to really work on your own energy at that point, because it's too much together. Oftentimes you guys might have been triggering each other. You might have triggered old core wounds. You might have brought things to the surface. It just kind of depends, because oftentimes your twin flame is, the situation is designed to help you to heal. And sometimes in order to heal, we need to bring up things or notice things, become conscious and aware of things, or even it can push your buttons, it can trigger you. You can bring up things that you project towards this person. It just depends. I'm not going to go too into that because we did that the other day. But it might be bringing things to the surface, especially for those of you guys that have ended up in a separation. It most definitely did. Or even within the union, we see a lot of things coming up. Now, the solstice is amazing for healing things and clearing these energy blocks. It's powerful energy. You guys are probably feeling it. Okay, powerful energy, but it's also helping us. We're getting ready for the holiday. I know maybe some people do that, maybe some people not so much. That's okay. But we're getting ready for the new year. And today, with the winter solstice, it is a powerful time to put your intentions out there. And I know you're already thinking about it. And just to be thinking about all that you've manifested this year, where you're at with things, because you're working on things, but what you want to manifest for 2025. What do you want your life to look like? Now, this is the space where we let go of the energies of 2024. We let go of and release the energetic baggage and anything holding us back. The solstice is a powerful space to be thinking about also what we need to change, what we need to release, and what we need to drop out of our lives. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. This person's going to not only trigger a lot of strong feelings for you, they're going to trigger a lot of repressed emotions. Repressed emotions are the negative ones, okay? they're buried, they're stored from past stuff. So just as they trigger a lot of stuff, sometimes old emotions can come up, especially if you guys have been through like separation. It can put you in these spins I talk about, these purges. Even if you're just in union, doesn't matter. We're going through ascension, so we go through these cycles of purging too. And releasing things. Look at purging as needing to clear energies, let go of energies, and release things. You'll feel it, because if your thoughts are becoming negative, or your energies, not feeling great, or you're tired, you're sluggish, you're feeling off, or you're just dealing with a lot of intense emotions, emotional overwhelm, this can indicate needing to just kind of declutter and clear your energy. So the solstice, like I said, is a powerful space to declutter and clear your energy, because we don't want to go into 2025 with our energy off. We want to be balanced and high vibe and feeling good, especially like things start to move fast, I feel, when we go into the new year, like just energetically, some of the alignments that are going to come at us too. And we want to be using this energy and tapping into this energy because it's powerful. Now, today brings us our shift into Capricorn season. Sagittarius is like showing you can do bigger and do anything you want with your life. And Capricorn is like, okay, let's get to work and make this happen. And I'm not talking muggle work. I'm talking like spiritual work of the manifestation, right? It's like, laying the foundation. So right now, we're in a powerful space for the seeds that we're planting for 2025. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed a breakaway. And this isn't for everyone, but some of you guys might, when I think of breakup, like the separations, but it might just be the overwhelm of it. When you've been through the twin flame journey, you know that it can bring up a lot of emotional overwhelm or even energetic overwhelm, and it can be hard connection to balance. You'll learn how to, I'm not saying that, but it can be hard to balance at times and things like that. So if you've been feeling, we've already gone into this message about a little bit of emotional overwhelm, take care of yourself, take care of your energy, self-care. This is why it's so important that you're staying balanced. Your twin flame is going to mirror your thoughts, your emotions, your moods, and even your energy. So they mirror different things within you, aspects of yourself. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, your twin flame will reflect that back to you, and it doesn't feel great. So you got to stay really, really clear, positive, and in a good energy state, a higher energy state. I'm trying to move on, but thoughts of you still linger and I can't control them. Just as the universe brought us together, it pulled us apart. We've been talking about this a lot. It's like magnets, right? Anyway, so we can't blame external situations, the universe, life. I know we love to, right? Our twin flame, this is the victim of it, right? When in reality, you're creating every second of your reality. So you're meant to empower yourself and just get a little bit better with it. We know that. But also it's your energy that attracts what is for you and pushes away what isn't for you. And twin flames are definitely for each other. However, oftentimes you guys get in these repel states instead of magnetizing states. And so if your twin flame is staying away from you, avoiding you, doesn't really seem that into you anymore, might not even be talking to you, no contact, separation, not around a lot, suddenly dropping off your timeline, it's actually an energy issue and none of the other stuff. So we want to make sure that we are doing the energy work to raise up our vibrational frequency. Okay, a lot of people think, number one, they've never done any energy work. Don't get me started. Okay, they've never done any type of energy work, any type of clearing. We have entire lifetimes, we'll just talk about this lifetime, but we have a lot of trauma and gunk and blocks, and you came into the planet with a lot of blocks from just your chakra system, which you inherited, I use the word inherited, from your family. And so maybe it's normalized and things like that. So it's usually within our spiritual awakening, forget the twin flame journey for a moment, that we begin to focus on our ascension journey and working on our energy. It's like what it is, it's energetic. And in order to raise up and ascend, we need to raise up our frequency. In order to do that, we have to drop a lot of stuff. Blocks, chakra blocks, karmic baggage, right? Karmic connections, energy ties that are bad for us, all of it. So we begin to do this energy work. A lot of times people think they can not do any energy work, and then you keep replaying your same patterns, or do like one session and you're healed for life. Okay, I'm sorry, I know I'm not trying to go there. Okay, and then have a lot. So there's a lot of people that don't have the best spiritual hygiene. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. So we're energetic beings, and literally all of your negative experiences, traumas, energies you're picking up on, and negativities that you've been through, and we know we've been through a lot of negativities, all of the negativities that you've been through have kind of stuck in your energy field. So this is the space where we gotta really fast, because we're trying to ascend, drop a lot of energetic stuff, and energetic baggage, we'll call it, right? And things like that. The more that you take care of yourself, cleanse your energy, clear your energy, the better your energy is going to be, and you're going to be feeling better. You're going to be starting to vibrate higher and higher. So you want to keep working on your energy and keep going up levels and up level it. And then your twin flame is going to be very, very much magnetized to you. And I think that's what a lot of people want to know. How do I magnetize my twin flame to me? When you're in the opposite state, we know what happens. That's separation energy, right? And so sometimes a lot of people want union. Trust me, you want it, but don't know how to achieve it because they're not doing the necessary work on themselves, and they're very focused on the twin flame and fixated on that without doing the necessary work. So I deal with a lot of people. Some people will give you all the excuses why they can't. There's so many ways you can work on your energy. So ego loves to not do the work. Like, right? Okay. So also, and you're going to go through lots of layers, having to heal your insecure attachment style, having to go through ego death, which usually separation will be what does it for you. Ego death, like healing ego issues, surrendering to the process, the universe, the ego, and healing other issues and blockages and problems that you've had a long time, and karmic blocks and patterns, and then cleaning up your lifestyle and your life. And so there's a lot that goes into this, but it's really, really basic. Working on your energy, working on yourself, and healing yourself will either keep your twin flame in your life, we don't want to push them away, or bring them back in. And so a lot of times people get in this, I see a lot of DFs, not to pick, in this chaser energy. Guys do not like that. It scares them. Like, triggers the fear. Like, okay, and you would too. You'd be like, oh, it's a little much. So a lot of times it has the opposite effect and pushes you further in separation when you're thinking it will help. And so when you're focused on your twin flame, we'll say chasing is like really focused on this person, needing to flip that energy and to focus on yourself and to heal whatever it's triggering that's making you do this too, and things like that. So a lot of twin flame journey can also teach us lessons about boundaries, working on ourselves, self-love, and healing some of the issues within ourselves, healing insecurities and things like that. A lot goes into healing each chakra. So I look at it too. I'm not going to go too into this because that's what the sessions with me are for. So if you need them, you know where to book, start doing those calls, and it will go into, it'll highlight so many things and teach you a lot really fast. That when you do the calls with me, you got to keep doing them if you need them. So with the first chakra, it's like, this is where the insecure attachment actually comes from. I know we connect on different levels. I'm not saying that. We cord and connect with people across different chakras. Some of you guys are used to courting in unhealthy ways. Say someone that is like really imbalanced and there's a lot of money exchange or sexual, just sex in relationships, sacral courting, right? And I'm not going to go too into the courting. Now with twin flame, it's not just a courting. We share that heart cord, okay, and many others. But when you come together, you have to merge both of your two separate people, both of your chakra systems together. The soul, and then we do the soul merge, okay, on top of it. So yes, we merge energy with all of our partners. It's why you notice if you dated Mr. Karmic, reading for the feminine, then it's changed you, and sometimes not in a good way. You take on these person's personality patterns, start to act like them. That's just the normal 3D karmic connection. Now this is twin flame, where you're going to actually merge together your entire chakra system to form a new one, okay, together. And so when you do that, sometimes you guys come with, we talked about baggage. This is what we're trying to get rid of for the solstice. A lot of baggage. And when you try to do this and you're taking on this, it won't happen. So say you're someone that has a lot of everyone, till you've done that energy work and you have a lot of stuff stored in your chakras, right? You got a lot of energy baggage. You're not really aware of it. You just really don't feel like healing. And you try to do this soul merge with your twin flame. Generally, they're probably going to run away or do separation because it's not able to happen with all the baggage. The more clear that you are, because you've been actually doing the chakra work, I got tons of them on my website. You can notice I got tons of those twin flame clearings because you've been doing clearings and you've been releasing the stuff. So when you merge, oh my God, you're going to be pure and you're going to be good and you're going to be at a good state. When you try to do it, it's a little bit like computer files. I don't like using that example, but you know, you're bringing all your garbage files into someone's computer. It's going to screw it up. You're like, okay. And it's like that because we're having to update our system too. And so when we try to stay on this 3D level, because until you've done the energy work, you're literally on this a little bit of a 3D level, right? And when we get on the 5D level, then this is where the union happens and where the magic happens. So a lot of times people try to do this and don't do enough work, and then it doesn't happen, the union too. If you're not fully in union, you're in a separation, get some help and start to do some of that energy work. It's going to help to shift your situation so much. Keep working on yourself, keep working on your energy. In union, having blocks come up, you're going to have things that come up along the way. Yes, just like, okay, that you're probably going to have to move through and clear. And like each person might still have issues. I know people think it's like the magic wand solution, but both of you all still are humans and you have your stuff you're working through on the spiritual level, energetic level, and even, you know, in real life and things like that. So we have a lot of like using this solstice energy. It's great for, you know, clearing things, clearing blockages, and can put you so far ahead, whether you're trying to heal your situation, yourself, or even just kind of getting ready for 2025. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were the one. Everything I see now reminds me of you, and I love this because oftentimes it will, like especially if you've done a lot of little things with your twin flame. My twin flame sent me this morning. He was at his family's and saw a movie that we've been talking about a lot on the TV or something like that. I'm sure he thought of me when he saw it, right? Like little things like this. So you might be apart or doing other things, and you might see these little reminders that bring keyword to mind. Bring your twin flame to mind. You're going to see these little signs, messages, synchronicities. This is the universe getting your attention about the connection. You need to heal and open your heart chakra more for this connection. Twin flame, divine feminine. This is huge coming up right now with the energies needing to open up your heart chakra. Whether you're still, I don't know, about your twin flame, and you might think you're completely open, but sometimes it's like, oh my God, a lot of you guys that are not fully in union, you think you're ready, but when twin flame comes around, some stuff comes up. So right now, heart chakra healing and opening up more to this union. A lot of you guys sit around and think about the union and you want it, and it comes and you fumble it again. So working on, we talked a lot about dropping the energy baggage, everyone going into 2025, continuing to work on different issues and layers. This is why it's so important to get some help. I had someone telling me like they suddenly were aware of, they were watching like an ego video, and this is layers that you'll have to navigate and go through. And this is why you won't want to get help. Your ego and spiritual ego, right? Get help with this process. It's going to save you so much hassle, because there's a lot that you may need someone to help you with, healer, to help you through that you're not going to be able to help yourself through. I know. And that there's a lot of layers that come up, and you go through one and you got to go through some more. Get some help with this. A lot of you guys don't like asking for help because of the ego, because it's trying to keep you stuck and where you're at in your comfort zone. And then you got to get out of your comfort zone. Get some help with it, especially if you need it. So we have ego coming up and needing maybe some help with that. To get bypass your own programming is very hard. You'll probably need someone to help you with some of this stuff. And of course, the heart chakra and things like that. So we have heart chakra coming up. And then we have, of course, my favorite, the ego. This is like mask, illusions, not being able to see through things, not being able to see through yourself, not being able to see your twin flame side enough. And some of the common issues that come up too. We have the tower moment. This is ego death happening. I talked a little bit about that earlier, that twin flame will put you through ego death, not just one, layers of it. So we call the ego the false self. It's your programming. You're going to have to strip away many layers of it, okay? So twin flame is powerful for purifying with the energies, but you only go as deep as the work you're willing to do on yourself, and the healing, as deep in the healing as you're willing to heal yourself too. Remember that too. So we have this tower, and it can feel like that. It might be in your life. I had to talk with my twin flame about this. I said, actually, twin flame has the capability of literally imploding both of your universes. Like, right? Think stars that merge together, both collapse and create a new star. It's a little like that, right? But I was saying that because if you truly do the work, there may be things you're needing to clear, shed, heal, get rid of, and it will definitely transform you, your energy, in a good way though. So this is very rewarding and transformative energy, but it also has the potential to strip away all of the illusions that you're living within yourself and in your life, and to require you to remove situations, energies, things that are not good for you. So we have this tower, which can feel like, you know, things kind of, like we could say, falling in with the tower card, and it could be you and the twin flame. If you've ended up in separation, these are the biggest tower moments. And, you know, for whatever reason, you weren't ready. The universe thinks you're not ready for sure. So a lot of times we like to blame the twin flame. They did this, they left, they did that. In reality, it's the universe giving both of you your guidance. And so when people can see the higher perspective of it, and the universe doesn't think you're healed enough or isn't ready at that point, if you haven't fully come into union, more work, if you're in separation, this can take a while, the process. This process of twin flame, yes, it's romantic, but it is also here to help you on your ascension, not hinder it. So you have to do the same ascension work, because that's what your soul is trying to do on planet Earth during this time too, is to make your own spiritual ascension. So it's supposed to be a catalyst for your ascension and to motivate you. It's the same ascension work that you have to do. It's the same healing, right? So even people without a twin flame, they're doing the same healing work, right? Check my site out. They're doing the same healing work. Twin flame has the capability to motivate you and to speed things up and to fast track your ascension, either because you weren't doing it and you might have been asleep, or to motivate you to do the same healing work in some type of way, or you've done a lot of healing work and you've brought your twin flame in or called your twin flame in. It can depend for different people where you're at in this process, but I remind people it's the same healing work we should be doing anyways, but you got a little bit of extra motivation with your twin flame in the background for sure. Okay, so we have the base chakra and root chakra. We talked about this. This could be triggering insecurities. It could be triggering all sorts of things. This could be any type of lack of self-love, insecurity, not trusting in the universe, lack of faith, not believing in things. It depends on how that manifests. This is like, once again, sometimes this is from old karma and old karmic wounds stored within the base chakra that you haven't unpacked fully. So we move through the development of our chakras, and this is our inner child chakra, but most of our childhood we remember and we're like, okay, I have these problems, but this is going to be unconscious because you're not going to recall usually your life 0 to 5 when your root chakra was developing. And honestly, most of the time it just came like that. We talked about being born with our chakra system that we inherited from both of the parents, and you took on certain things, and this is our karmic baggage. So we're not going to remember where it comes from when it came from the family line, because it's very connected, our karma, to the family line as well too. So we have soul karma and things that we come into this lifetime with, mostly from past lifetimes, but a lot of times we have a lot of family karma, ancestral karma that we have to go unpack. And so sometimes it still continues to replay. And we think the base chakra in the body has a lot to do with our overall energetic system and even our thoughts and our reality and our programming and things like that too. Base chakra work is going to help you so much. It's going to help you with the fear, the doubt, and the worries, and the things that anxieties, whether about life, your twin flame situation, whatever it is. Your twin flame tends to trigger some of these things usually, or you're just needing to heal them anyway because you need to unpack some stuff where you're probably used to it. You've been having the same issues your whole life. However, you can't come into the 5D with them. You're having to go a little bit deeper within your healing. So this is like root chakra work all over it, and needing to get a little bit more secure in some type of way. This could be financially. This could be with your relationship. This could be other insecurities. Usually we're talking relationship insecurities that have kept you maybe blocking or throwing off your own union, and things that might be coming up. All right, spring, my favorite. Your love life is blooming. Your answers arrive in the spring. We're planting our seeds now. We think we plant them in the spring, but we're in the darkest part of the year, and we're in I describe it like winter void-like space. Whatever you're manifesting and putting out there right now, this shift, today, winter solstice is coming at you in the spring, in the next couple of months even. So it's very important, this shift, for what you're manifesting and what you're putting out there. Be mindful with your thoughts. It can set you really, really far ahead. Okay, I have my favorite, crystal healing. Give healing to another. Look into expanded your inner medicine. I love this card. I decided to bring the fairy cards because I didn't go into it. This is a fairy gateway, right? This is an elemental portal too, right? Nature tends to calm down and chill, and we feel like we're at this standstill place. But it's very, very in between worlds. This is a spirit gateway. It's an elemental gateway. Why I grabbed these cards. Working with crystals, something I've been telling my twin flame I need to do more crystal healing videos. Right? Okay. But I do a lot of it at home on my own, right? Okay, so you might want to start healing with crystals. This will really, really help you. I have a beautiful crystal healing class on my website, and it has a book that will go into every crystal ever. I like to believe it's a huge book on crystals and healing with them. I have a really nice crystal Reiki book on my website too. So if you're looking for something like that too, and learning how to work with crystals, they can really, really help you, especially when you're combining them with energy healing and things like that. Make sure you're using crystals. That'll really help you. Divine Lover's Magic. Celebrate blissful romantic love with another. Embrace your passion. Okay, you are divine lovers. Time to make this a fun inner child, passionate connection, okay? And this is meant to be a fiery connection. That's why the energies can get tumultuous when you're not balanced and things like that with this person. This is supposed to be the energy is unbelievable with this person. It's going to be different than any other connection you've had in your life. The energy feels out of this world, unbelievable, and you're going to really, really feel that with this person too. You might get really, really high on it. I describe it like, right, the love bubble, a lot of energy dynamics and other chemical dynamics too. It's a powerful connection. You're going to feel the energy around you. This is the source energy, and you're going to be feeling it very, very strongly around this connection, especially when you're in alignment and very open to that source energy yourself. It's going to be mirrored back through this connection. It's essentially, connection with the divine. And I love this because it's a lot of what we do for the solstices and the equinoxes. Enchanted marriage. Join your beloved in a sacred union. The fairies bless this commitment. And so this is sacred union. It's marriage of the soul. Hieros Gamos, to merge together these divine feminine masculine aspects. Out of balance, out of alignment, your connection will be too. Separation central. In alignment, doing really, really good, positive energy, feeling great, mirrored back. I notice even when I get tired in my connection, right, worn down, tired, my twin flames is reflecting that back at me at these states. And so I've learned that, right? You have to really stay balanced and take care of your energy. You get run down and grumpy and things like that. They will be too. Okay, so they tend to mirror a lot, especially the energies. Tend to your garden. Put your energy into what's important for you. Nourish your own goals and dreams. Now you should be so focused on your mission and your purpose that you barely have time for this connection. Yes, you should be so focused on your ascension, your mission, helping people. This is what you came here to do as a light worker, but you can't skip oftentimes the steps. So those of you guys that are in healing, this is what you're healing for. And a lot of people just want to help and not heal. That doesn't work. So you have to go through this healing phase. It's an initiation to heal yourself and to self-heal and to be ready. And so when you wake up, oftentimes you have a lot of healing to do. You go through these phases. So you're in a healing cocoon, healing bubble, but things to think about for later. Queen of Cups, feeling kindness and compassion, supportive, deep feelings, unconditional love, femininity, in touch with intuition, balance, empathic, and love. So many people are learning karmic lessons in love on this planet because you're learning a lot of what love isn't. And in the karmic sense, this is conditional love. I love you if you're doing what I want. Or exchangeal love. We see a lot of contractual love and things like that. Like, okay, in twin flame, you have to embody this unconditional love. This is love without attachment. This is true love from the heart chakra and from this heart-centered space. It's important that we're living in alignment and that we're living from this heart-centered space too. I know I have I was putting stuff up on my website yesterday because I have to write all that stuff for you guys on my website. And I know I put up a couple of heart chakra activations coming up and third eye ones too, and for twin flame. Some of the benefits of opening up your heart chakra are very, very powerful. You're going to be able to read each other better, come into this alignment and things like that. So this also has a lot to do. We talked about chakras and opening the chakras. Make sure you're loving from the heart and opening up your heart more. Some of you guys have a lot of old wounds and blocks where you're not completely open and it's showing in the dynamics. So heart chakra healing coming up big time, fitting the energies. And then clearing anything not of love. Queen of Wands, feeling passionate, optimistic, and fired up. Time to get excited about this connection. And this is also my helping others card too. Being of service to this connection. All right, we have the Death card. We already kind of went over this. It goes with the Tower card, right? So this is endings and beginnings. This is rebirth energy and new beginning energy with the solstice. However, you're needing to let go of all that's dead in your life and isn't working out. So this is change and staying more open to change and transformation. This is the spiritual transformation that you're going through, the inner alchemy. And this is like unexpected changes too. Letting go of old situations and letting go of old beliefs that are no longer serving you. When we go through spiritual awakening, it requires us to do a lot of inner work fast to clear all the outdated beliefs that kept us stuck in the 3D in the first place so that we can ascend into the 5D. This is the ego, right? So more ego work coming up and letting go of negative beliefs and negativities and doing that work. Two of Pentacles, this is like you're doing too much, you're extending yourself, you're keeping going. Sometimes this is like keeping going in your loops and not getting anywhere. I always say you got to get broken out of some of these programs, and it's like the same routine all the time, running around, not seeing the results you want. Hit me up on my website, right? If you need help with this, get help. This can indicate kind of running around, running yourself thin, not really being where you want to be, kind of going round and round. Karmic cycles, we talked about that earlier. I'm not going to go too much more into this. Do those individual calls for you if you need it. We're going to go into the Divine Masculine now. I love the solstice. Like I said, my friend was asking me how to use these energies. You come do healings and activations with me. I can't wait. It's what I'll be doing in a minute. So that's what I'm doing all day. Great time to book some healings on my site. All right, Divine Masculine reading. Let's see what's going on for the Divine Masculine Collective, Divine Feminine. If you are watching, direct messages from your masculine. I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. You were my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. And especially for those of you guys in separation, you're going to be feeling it a little bit extra this shift as we're doing the solstice and the holidays. And you're probably seeing a lot of, I was telling my twin flame this, a lot of happy couples. Some of you guys, sorry, hair, cat hair. Some of you guys, might be noticing that, like especially if you're grieving, missing loved ones, missing your twin flame, you'll be feeling it a little bit extra during the holidays. Use this energy to motivate you to do the work you need to do to come into union. You're supposed to be in union though. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things until now. A lot of times the masculine doesn't even believe in love. They've been through a lot of hardships. They've been programmed to do other things in life and put that aside. And it isn't until they meet the Divine Feminine that this opens them up and they start to fall in love. Some of them fall in love and didn't expect to, right? Some of them, they've been waiting their whole life for you. No pressure, Divine Feminine, right? It just depends. You were the love of my life. I didn't figure that out before. Now I know it's true. A lot of the masculines are in love. They know this is their person. They know the connection, and they are very awakened and doing that work too. Just depends. Some of the ones that aren't as awakened, they are awakening to this connection. I still see your smiling face in my mind's eye. A lot of times masculine just wants feminine to be happy. It just depends. I didn't feel good enough for you now, and I knew I had more work to do. And I always say that about the masculine. And it goes for the feminine too, but sometimes they're not feeling good enough, or they have insecurities to work through, or feeling like they aren't prepared, not good enough, they haven't made enough of their life. Welcome to Matrix, right? Like, okay, they weren't ready, like, and so they're doing that work, or feel like they have more work to do to heal some underlying insecurities about themselves or even who they are. Our destinies are intertwined. I love this. I always say the infinity, not just in this life, but across many, many lifetimes. And every lifetime you're looking for this person. It's why it doesn't work out with anyone else. The illusions go and you're like, okay, this is not my person. Like, right? Your destinies are intertwined. They intersect at certain points. And thank God for the awakening, because this is giving us a chance to get aligned. And when we get aligned with our soul, we draw in our twin flame. We do union. Separation, not aligned with yourself. Okay. Your twin flame is a manifestation of your one soul. Like literally, no pressure. And when you're really following your soul and true to yourself and aligned energetically, you will be in the most happy, harmonious, beautiful union. But sometimes you're having to do the work, self-work, to get there, as we were talking about. The separation is temporary. Please be patient with me. Believe in miracles. Things can shift anytime if you've done enough work, and you'll see that. And a lot of times when you guys are, it depends on where you're at with it too. Some of you guys might be in no contact. You'll see the person come back and reach out. You might be in separation, but you're having engagement with this person. It is very important that you are staying positive with this person. I see a lot of people that have been a couple of them in long separations, and they're very negative projecting in the interaction. So they're definitely not ready and don't see why and get frustrated. And, and it's like that. Make sure you're working on yourself, and make sure you're staying very, very positive in the times you do interact with your twin flame, because it will help speed things up. Negativities, more to process. Okay, receive. Open-minded abundance and ready. It's your time to receive. Stay open to receive in unexpected ways for the manifesting with the Divine Masculine. You've been giving a lot. Time to really open up to receiving from the universe. This could be your prayers coming in. This could be your manifestations. For some of you guys, it's engagement, wedding, and union. Sometimes, and I always say sometimes it's more about a relationship. And I see that, like, a lot of times people get really like fed up. This isn't fitting their model of the 3D relationship, which tends to be very karmic and things like that. This is about spiritual union, okay? Like, a lot of times you guys want labels and definitions, and I'm like, why? But anyways, right? This is union with yourself, and thus union with your twin flame. When your inner union manifests, you'll manifest the outer, because it's always a mirror and it always matches up. Problems with the twin flame, problems with yourself that you got to go deeper into. And this is your motivation, because you'll want it too. I hope you want it. Some people give up. They're still on the journey. like I'm done. They're still sitting there. A lot of those people by themselves, supposed to do the self work and sitting by yourself. So a lot of times, if you're in a space of sitting by yourself, this is where the deepest self work is doing. You didn't get off the twin flame journey. You still have a twin flame. You know that. It's just you were fed up, or your ego couldn't process. So those that are together, the work keeps going, the self-work to stay in alignment, fall out of alignment, problems in the union and things like that. So needing to really just stay up on the energy work and taking care of yourself. We get hit with a lot on the daily, collectively, just energy work coming up huge this solstice through the new year too. It should be anyways, but definitely for this winter space that we're in. It's all about working on yourself, working on your energy and the seeds that we're planting. So you feel out in the cold, your answers arrive in the winter. This is my thing. Some of you guys might love the winter. I'm always sensitive to the cold. I always say, me and my twin flame are the opposite. I can do the really, really hot, and he can't, he says. And I'm freezing in the winter and he doesn't mind, right? Okay. So jokes aside, this is the winter space that we're in. Some of you guys might love it. Maybe some of you guys not so much. I said I'm cocooning. We're in this cocooning, healing space, which I don't mind till the spring. So you're in your cocoon, and I know people are at different places of their journey. Welcome to the cocoon. We're in the winter. Self-care, take care of yourselves, cozy pajamas. This is a great time to be lighting candles and saging your house and cleansing your house with herbs, cleansing your energy and working on yourself. I always love winter because we go through that transformative, going deep within ourself energy, shadow work. Okay, you have your sacral coming up. This is, once again, planting your seeds for your manifestations. Powerful time right now. It's extra powerful for our manifesting. Bigfoot, pay attention to your surroundings. You're protected. Know that your angels are around you and you don't have to worry. You don't have to stress, and that you're always being guided through this journey. People might appear in the perfect divine timing. You might get these spirit messages. You're seeing signs. You're seeing synchronicities. Your angels and spirit guides are always working on your behalf. This is why, like, when you guys do, I see so many, at times you might throw in the towel, you go, I'm done. The universe isn't, it never gives up on you. And so you might have these points where you've given up on yourself, given up on your union. The angels and the universe are always working on your behalf. And this is why I feel very strongly when we see the Lovers card, it's always the angel in the middle, the divine. And so this is a divine connection. The divine is always trying to guide you to your highest timeline all of the time within this union, though, and doing a lot of work to help you through your union. Read the signs. The angels are around and helping. Falling in love, a relationship is evolving to the next level. Allow your heart to opening up to this union, opening up to this divine connection. Also, divine masculine, clearing old hurts, blocks, wounds, and working on your heart chakra. I have so many heart chakra activations. Like, if you go to my shop and there's a little search bar, you start to type in things you know you need, see what comes up. You can find things that way, but I have a lot of heart chakra activations. Heart chakra energy work, divine masculine. Dreaming, receiving guidance and healing in your dreams. Visualize what you desire. I had a dream I was healing someone last night. And so some of you guys are receiving healing on another level, or you're being taught things about what you may need with your healing and things like that. Pay attention to your dreams, especially if you're having twin flame dreams. Some of you guys in separation interact in that way, and when you're apart, and this is like healing certain issues. So the dreams come with messages. Magical proposal, or proposals about to happen in love or business. It's time for a deeper commitment. And so this is my love offer card. Some of you guys, this could be a relationship offer. If you're in a union or relationship, next level, like moving in together, engagement, marriage, whatever it is. Love is healing. Allow your heart to heal. As you open to love, your desires manifest more easily. So opening up your heart chakra helps you with your gifts, your abilities, working your magic. This is, like I said, is a magical day of the year, night of the year as well too. Opening your heart, this is going to allow you to manifest more, but open you up to receive love. When our heart is closed off, we cannot receive the love from the other, and we're not very good at giving it. I know we think we are, okay? I know we're the types with our words, heart connection, unspoken, feeling it, and you'll be able to feel more deeply too. So 5 of Wands, some of you guys might have had some conflict, competitive energies, being at odds, and this is a twin flame reading, so this could be struggles, mental conflict. You might have had a lot of negative thoughts coming up that you're battling. This is my battle card, struggling with, or even blocks that are coming up to be cleared. Third eye, right? And then when we can open up some of these chakras more, we connect from these. We talked about the chakra system earlier. So third eye work coming up, and it'll help you. The more you work on your third eye, less negative thoughts. Less negative thoughts, less negative life, less negative situations. 3 of Wands, some of you guys are returning from a traveling or move. This is my like in reverse card. Some of you guys might have made travel plans and didn't go, or it fell through. But this is my spiritual journey. Were you being guided to go make a shift in your life or go to the next level and you didn't yet? You were hesitant. Like, right? Okay, there's a block here. Once again, the cards are mirroring each other. Some type of root chakra or block going on at home. This could be with your family situation. This could be with your home situation, other karmics, where you're living. It just depends. We have my 5 of Pentacles, and this is my favorite because it's in reverse, but it's a very spiritual card with the 2. But this is like some of you guys are healing some type of money block, some type of hardship, improving your financial situation. You might be recovering from some type of loss or financial loss. Some of you guys, this could be getting another job, paying off debts. I said getting financially responsible is in the air, right? We're needing to. This could be making more financially sound moves, saving up for later, budgeting, right? Budgeting, doing better. How about investing your time and energy in yourself? Oftentimes we're putting it into the material, even though we know we can't take it with us. And Earth is actually to prepare us for that greater spiritual journey we continue on. So we should be working on expanding our consciousness, our energy, bettering ourselves spiritually, right? And things like that. This could be indicating also what you're putting your priority or your focus on too, and needing to focus a little bit more on yourself too, maybe a little bit, my favorite with spiritual awakening, a little bit less on material stuff, you know, right? And things like that. Okay, the World. Once again, a block. This is like maybe some of you guys haven't completed something. This is my karmic cycle card normally. So this is like some of you guys might feel a little disappointed. You're on the hamster wheel going round and round and you're not getting the results you want. I said to get help. I told someone that this morning. I'm like, well, if you need the help, I'm right here. Like, all right, if you need help shifting something, you keep going round and round, you feel like you're running in karmic cycles programs, you need to kind of get a little bit of clear perspective to see things clearly, because you're going round and round and getting nowhere, because sometimes it can take us a lot of time to master our gifts and abilities, and you know, you're not seeing what you want manifesting, and you feel a little stuck, stagnant, blocked. Hit my website up. This is like going round and round and getting the same results. This is my favorite, where people do this their entire life of relationships. It's like, and then I don't know, it's like wake up moment, like needing to heal something there. Or I'm not picking on the relationship area. I just love to do a lot of healing in that area, heal all areas. It could be other areas of your life, getting the same karmic cycle. It could be other areas where you're having it, right? So this can indicate a karmic cycle though, and the same thing happening round and round and needing to get off, I call it the karmic wheel or whatever it is, or needing to heal something karmically, or just not getting the results you want because you might need a little bit of help. We talked about that earlier in the reading or whatever it is, but I'm going to be around. I'm around for the solstice. If you need anything, just go ahead and book me on my website. I have a beautiful solstice. Make sure you're tapping into these energies. I have tons of healings, like I said up front. That's what you should be doing over the next couple of days. Make sure you're using these energies. It can help you, especially if you're feeling stuck or needing a shift. Have a beautiful day.